Alright everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video with Fat Phil, and for this video, what I want to do is talk about the 7 reasons why I think so many players cannot stand Conquest, why I think it's gone from a game mode that was amazing, and into one now that I think is just a grind, and it's negative, and it used to be this really positive experience for players, and I think it's really lost its way. So let's dive right in here, guys. We're going to get into this video, and let's talk about why I think Conquest has really kind of gone downhill, and we're going to start first and foremost with character balance. So what I mean by character balance here, guys, when you think about Conquest and you think about the Conquest characters, and I just have 5 examples here, right? I think these are 5 characters that, I have unlocked for Conquest. And when you look across them, there's definitely some that I weight significantly higher than others. Like Darth Malgus takes the Sith Empire and makes them into a galactic legend level team inside of GAC. And outside of GAC, he's still a great character. Someone like Commander Tano goes into how many different teams with her Galactic Republic, Scoundrel, and Unaligned Force User tags. Maul has a leadership for Mandalorians and is a Lord Vader lifter unit. Then you have like Ben Solo, who's a Rey lifter unit, but helps her in all game modes, not just Grand Arena. And then you got Boba Fett, Sign of Django, who's just really lackluster and outside of Territory Wars is useless, and even inside of Territory Wars isn't that great. And so there's just this lack of character balance. Like even when you compare Commander Tano to Maul and Ben Solo, I think a lot of people would still say she's significantly better than these two. And I would find it hard to argue that, because with Maul, I'd say his importance comes into play only if you have a real good Mandalorian team to use him in, and then I'd say he's on par with Commander Tano. So there's this big balancing problem that I think they really, like, you think of Admiral Trench, right? He's not really that good, right? He's not. And that's a big problem. That these Conquest characters, if you're working this hard for them, they should all be equally as good, and they're not. Not all Conquest characters are created equal, and that's unfortunate. All right, the next one. So this is going to the current Conquest, right? That there's 120 global battles that you are locked into. And let me explain. So when you go into the current Conquest and you go to your global feats, right? You need to win 40 battles with a full squad of unaligned force users. You need to win 20 with Trip 0 and BT1. You need to win 40 battles with Marin, Mother Talzin, and Old Daka. And in this one, they need to survive. We'll get to this. That's missing from here. Then you need to win another 20 battles with Tuskens. So right there, just those feats, just those globals, is 120 total battles. That is absurd. Just for those 4 global feats, that's 120 battles. That is way too many. That is way too many with too small of a group. The 20 Tuskens, 20 BT1, and Trip 0, I'm fine with. I think that's great to do 20 and 20. I think the unaligned force users should be 20, and I think Mother Talzin should be 20. I don't think that you should have this 40 of those and 40. Like that 40 is so many battles. If you do 4 battles a day, right? If you do 4 battles a day with the same team to get that feat, that is 10 days to get that done. That is, Conquest lasts 14 days. I get it. My point is, that's still me doing 4 battles a day for 10 days straight. That is a lot of battling. And for 120 total, you think if I work towards these feats, 10 battles a day, right? I use 10 battles a day to earn these feats. That is 12 days of Conquest. That is so much. That is it's too much for me. I think that is way too much to commit to this many different feats, and I think that's a big problem. Again, I'm just making the argument. All right, bring back themes. So this is one that I think really hit home with this Fury class Interceptor as the reward, that you used to have these feats that were kind of tied into that unit, right? With Maul, you had Scoundrels. Boba Fett, Sign of Django, you had Scoundrels, right? You had these, Mandalorian feats for them, or Galactic Republic. Like you had feats that kind of made sense for that character. And we don't have that. And we haven't had it for a little bit. It hasn't really tied in well. And I think that's a big issue for me. Like, I really don't like that this current Conquest, that there's not feats like win with Darth Malgus and Sith Assassin, or win with Sith Empire, or Jedi or Sith or Old Republic, whatever it is. Just it really bothers me that they kind of abandon these themes. Like, you look at those global feats for this conquest where Fury class interceptor piloted by Darth Malgus, and go use Inquisitors, go use Tuskens, go use Night Sisters, go use the Afrotunes. Like, I miss the themes. I don't mind if you're going to make it harder for us to get there. I don't mind if you're going to make it difficult. But the thematic part of it to me was what was fun. It refreshed things. Like, we have been shoved Inquisitors down our throats for how many months now? And now it's going to be Marin and the Tuskens and Night Sisters. Like, they're going to get shoved down our throats with Conquest. And if we're losing these themes, it just, I don't know, it just feels a little bit cheap to me. So bring back the themes. It's something I miss, right? And I think players don't like that. Are you just supposed to build the brand new thing to be able to compete in Conquest? Because if so, you're alienating huge parts of the player base who simply won't even think about Conquest anymore because they can't earn enough rewards. So bring back the themes. I think the themes was awesome. All right, show speed and stats. So I think everybody could get behind this one. Nothing pisses me off more than watching a Geonosian go before my full stamina Galactic Legend. And it's happened. And it's not that it pisses me off that, I'll still win that battle. But just show me how fast they are. Show me the stats that I am up against. You don't need to make it easier. Just show me what I need to do. Because the amount of times that you're trying to figure out, okay, how fast are these units actually? And the reason they don't want to tell you is because they want you to spend more energy. And to me, that feels cheap. I would so much rather show me the stats, show me the speed. Conquest is already hard enough. I'm already doing enough battles as it is, trying to guess at this feat or that feat. Do me a common courtesy. Just show me how fast these things are. I mean, it's absurd how fast some of them get later on down the road, because you can just infer that from your Galactic Legends when they're moving before you. And I don't know, it would help, right? Like, it really would. Yeah. Ugh. Okay, this is one that I think would be interesting. So I just have two placeholders here, right? But I think there needs to be a way to skip nodes for a cost, right? But that you come up to a Padme node that you can't clear, or a Star Killer node that you can't clear because you don't have the squad to do it. I think if Capital Games were to go in and say, hey, you know what? For 25 crystals, you can skip this node, and for 50, we'll even give you the 3-star. Like, monetize it, right? Put a roadblock there, make it worth it. But I personally think a lot of players would spend those crystals to get those better rewards, because Conquest rewards are worth it. They're some of the best value rewards in the game. And if me getting through that node means I can get a better box, or getting this or getting that, I think if you added an option to be able to skip nodes for a cost, I think people would take that a lot. I think that would be amazing, and I think it would make the game a lot more interesting and a lot more enjoyable for people, that you could, look, I'm just struggling to get through this node, we're going to skip it, pay the money, move on with our life. Pay the crystals, move on with life. I think that would be a really good addition. At this moment, we need to take a quick break for those of you still watching, because our king needs his moment in the sun. Guys, if you want to see Wampa hit Relic 8 live on stream, all you need to do, get this channel to 5,000 subscribers. When we hit 5,000, Wampa hits Relic 8. It's that easy. Guys, Wampa may not be a Conquest unit, but he is king, and he's always in our hearts. All right. Fix your feats. I told you we'd get to this. The feats in this game are so broken right now. And it's frustrating because, like, this global feat here, right? Win 20 battles with Trip 0 and BT1 in your squad. Win 40 battles with Marin, Mother Talzin, and Old Daka. This, right? This, they need to survive. But this, they just have to be there, right? They don't need to survive. But this, they need... Explain it. What is the case? If this said from the start that they needed to survive, I wouldn't be complaining right now. But because this didn't say that from the start, it completely changes things. And I think that it is absolutely ridiculous to me that you'd require this feat and say they have to survive. That means that you really need to have Night Sisters built beyond just the level of Like, these guys, I can have them at level 1, gear 1, and as long as my Lord Vader and Supreme Leader Kylo Ren do their job, I'm getting this feat. Yeah, come on. Do better. Fix your feats. I mean, let's even go a step further into, where is it? I think it was this one. Not that one. Where is it? There's the one feat was win without using a Galactic Legend. This one. Win without using a Galactic Legend. No, it's win without using any Jedi, Sith, or unaligned Force users. And I think they're trying to head to win without using a Galactic Legend, because when it was Jedi, Sith, unaligned Force users, that covered all your Galactic Legends and all these other fantastic teams, but it doesn't cover Jabba. So I don't know what they're trying to transition to, but just fix your feats. Just make them, like, just do it. Come on, guys. It's not hard, right? This is not rocket science. This should be easy stuff. These are easy wins. It would make the community so much happier. Fix your feats. All right, and the last one, data discs. So, data discs used to be awesome. And I'm not even just talking about, like, deployable cooldown systems, which was the GOAT data disc. So that was so much fun. So basically, deployable cooldown systems was if you dealt a debuff, you would reduce your cooldowns. And so if you were using Darth Vader, you could loot Merciless Massacre, and it was amazing. We all loved it, right? Like, that's fine. It'd be like Lord Vader being able to loop his, Daze AoE, right? Like, that'd be great. But with, then there was the Amplify Agonies for a while. Like, the data discs, they need to be refreshed. But also, it's the fact that when you go into some of these, like, sectors, and you go to get data discs, right? And they'll have like 3 of the same ones down here, right? Like, I picked this Volatile Accelerator, but there could be like 3 of the same ones down here. And it is so frustrating that, like, allow me to pick from more than just a couple, right? Like, I don't care if they're randomized. Just don't give me, like, I've had some sectors where there's literally 3 of the possible 6 data discs are exactly the same. And I just want to cry. Like, it's infuriating to me. It really is. I think Conquest should be a fun game mode. It should be something that we look forward to. It should be something that players want to interact with. But even like I understand. You know what? I understand this whole, we want to make this hard, right? We want to lock feats behind these things. Fine, right? That is what it is, right? We can live with that. But some of these other things, like the 120 global battles, to me, there are so many other ways that you could get around, hey, win battles with this, win battles with that. Just, I don't know. Maybe I'm rambling. It's late. I don't know. I really think Conquest is something that should be fun, and there's just so many things that keep it from being fun. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are. As always, smash that subscribe button, leave likes, leave comments, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.